Welcome to the JMC Network Newscast. I'm Jonathan Rates.
And I'm Savannah Silva. The university officially broke ground Friday morning on the planned on-campus football stadium. Administrators, coaches, and football student athletes gathered at the Wally-Bullington practice field where construction crews have spent the last 2 months clearing the site of the old Elmer Gray Stadium.
Many visions and dreams from many people, all right, for decades are about to become reality in 2017 out here. An on-campus stadium will only deepen our connections, giving students a centralized place to go on game day, to begin new traditions, and to strengthen Wildcat pride far and wide. Sometime in the moderate near future, there will be ESPN College Game Day live from Abilene, Texas, and Wildcat Stadium. Mark my words, I can't wait.
Wildcat Stadium will seat 12,000 and is scheduled to have its first game September 16, 2017, when the Wildcats host Houston Baptist. Well, 10 speakers are set to present next Saturday at the second annual TEDxACU event. Their topics will relate to this year's theme, 20 Questions. Student performances from both ACU and Abilene ISD High School will be featured, as well as a talk from ACU Chancellor Dr. Royce Money. TEDxACU will be February 27th in Folks Theater in the Williams Performing Arts Center. So Jonathan, that's next weekend. This weekend is Singsong, and it's also, we've got athletic stuff going on as well.
Yes, aside from all the sing-song, hullabaloo, there's a lot going on in the ACU sport world. After an 84-71 loss to Sam Houston State on Monday, the men's basketball team took on Houston Baptist Thursday, hoping to push its conference record back above 500. Here are those scores. Meanwhile, the women's basketball team continued its Southland Conference dominance Wednesday with a 71-65 victory over Texas A&M Corpus Christi. The Wildcats picked up the win despite the absence of junior forward Lizzie Dimba. Head coach Julie Goodenough said they hope to finish their season strong.
I think the team that just perseveres and they just focus on what they can control will be the teams that are successful down the stretch. And so, we're just trying to get our team to continue doing what we do well, just to embrace the game plan that we give them for each unique opponent that we face, and look forward to a lot more fun down the stretch. We've got 6 games left, and hopefully a lot more success, a lot more fun.
Both teams will play in a doubleheader this Sunday against Southeastern Louisiana in Moody starting at 1 o'clock. The games will be broadcast on ESPN3. The women beat the Lions earlier this season 88-72, while the men lost 81-60. Moving over to the indoor track and field world, the women notched a runner-up finish and the men secured a 6th-place spot at the Southland Conference Indoor Invitational. The Wildcats came home with 15 total medals as they earned 3 gold, 6 silver, and 6 bronze. The women's effort was led by junior Alexandria Hackett, junior Kenzie Mascaro, and sophomore Kimone Green. Hackett took gold in the 5,000 meter and silver in the 1,600 meter, while Mascaro and Green took gold in the pole vault and 400 meter respectively. Hackett finished just 2 points shy of the meet's top scorer with 26 points. For the men, junior Jelani Rainey took home the bronze in the men's weight throw, and sophomore Rosen Daniel took home bronze in the 400 meter and silver in the 200 meter dash. Senior Luke Woods added another silver medal to the team's total when he came in 2nd in the heptathlon. The track and field team will continue its season when they begin outdoor competition March 18th at the TCU Invitational. In other news, the baseball team will begin its 3rd season in the Southland Conference this weekend with a 4-game series against Texas Rio Grande Valley. Not only will this be the Wildcats' first series of the 2016 campaign, but it will also be the first chance to host a visiting team on their newly renovated turf field. Coach Britt Bonneau said the team looks to improve on last year's record.
Even though that, we weren't a tournament team last year, we still beat the regional team that left the Southland and went to the regionals last year, 2 out of 3 last year at their place. So I'm seeing a conference where week in and week out, anybody can get beat and anybody can win. And that, to me, that favors ACU. That favors us in the future.
After finishing last year 17-38, ranked 9th in the Southland Conference, the Wildcats are picked 11th in the preseason conference rankings this season. That's all we have for sports. Savannah, back to you.
Not too bad. Now we're going to go from sports and back to the Singsong Hullabaloo. Singsong weekend is upon us, and class acts as well as social club acts have been preparing for weeks. Costumes and choreography as well as lyrics and prop design are some of the many elements that factor into this weekend. What a lot of people don't realize is all the work that goes on behind the scenes.
Singsong is one of ACU's oldest and most time-honored traditions, so we took a look behind the scenes to see what goes into the annual event.
Co-chairs have been starting planning since last April, once we were selected as co-chairs, and now it's been a year-long process. It starts with the co-chairs, we gather our production team, we have Singsong retreat, we have to get our host and hostess and our dance teams together, we have to communicate with clubs and class acts to get everything moving. With upstage acts, they kind of do their own thing. We, on the production side of things, have to get the word out. We have to sell tickets, we have to advertise, and many other things.
We're expecting at least 2,000 for each show. We still have plenty of sales or tickets for the Friday night show, so if you want to come, then feel free.
Just this weekend alone, we put in individually probably about 50 hours in 2 days, and that was with over 50 people here, so that's just in one weekend. So as a whole, we've put in quite a bit of hours just on co-chair side, and our director, Tom Craig, he's put in a lot of hours, so there's no telling. It's several thousand together.
Every year, hosts and hostesses take center stage at Singsong. I had the chance to sit and talk with all 6 student hosts and hostesses to get an understanding of what it's like to perform in front of hundreds. What compelled you guys to want to be a host or hostess?
I actually attended Singsong twice before I became a student at ACU. Both of those times that I went to Singsong, I would look at the hosts, I'd watch them perform, and I'd say, that's exactly what I want to do. Like, I love being on stage, and so that was just like a dream for me. I'm just like, okay, I really want to do what they're doing. I've got to do it. And so when I became a student at ACU, it was like a mission for me to become a host.
What has been the toughest part of this process?
The exorbitant amount of dancing that we're having to do while singing. It's definitely, it's the hardest, but it's going to be the best part about the show, I think. They're really pushing us, I think, harder than what they normally would because they think we're capable of it.
We're dancing and singing all at the same time, and it's not just like, it's not like, oh, okay, like easy dance moves. Like, these are like dance moves that you see in music videos, and you're like, oh, I wish I could do that, and then you're like, I'm really doing that.
This is like, some of this is like, now I get why some people like lip sync in concerts when they have to dance. I'm like, I get it now.
What's going to be the hardest thing for you guys to adjust to once Singsong is over?
I wish we could meet every day for, at noon or during chapel time just to hang out and sing stuff. It's fun.
And we tell each other this all the time. It's not like we're doing it for the camera. Like, we actually enjoy being around each other. And I think all of us, that's what we're really gonna miss, is just like the time with each other and like the newfound friendship that we have. It's like you find new friends and you just gotta cut it off. Okay. Like you wanna build on that more. So I think that's what we're probably gonna have to adjust to.
The 60th annual Singsong event will have 3 showings, Friday at 8 p.m. and Saturday at 2 and 8 p.m. as well. Well, that's all we have for you this week. For more stories and breaking news, you can go to acuoptimist.com, or you can find us on Twitter or Facebook at acuoptimist. You can also pick up a paper Friday after chapel. Until next time, for Jonathan Rates, I'm Savannah Silva.